Hi, this is an unboxing and review of the Aukey KM-B4 detachable wireless keyboard for the iPad. Hi, this is an unboxing and review of the Aukey detachable wireless keyboard cover case for the iPad Air. This is model KM-B4. It comes in a box like this, and you have this nice little sleeve with some features explained up top here. So of course it's a wireless keyboard. You have magnetic, you have multi-angle, and you have a rechargeable battery bearing for the keyboard. So here you can turn the keyboard into kind of like a real laptop. I wouldn't call the iPad Air a real laptop, but give you a good typing experience. You have easy and intelligent simple connection, a magnetically detached keyboard, a stylish synthetic leather case. You have built-in rechargeable battery, good for about 130 hours per charge. So let's just go ahead and unbox it and see what's inside. Inside here we have the keyboard, and this must be the power cable or something. Let's see. Yep, there is a micro USB charging cable on this end, and this is the keyboard case right here. So this case comes in a white color, has a magnetic flap here as you can see. This is what the front looks like, so it's basically completely white. Let's open it up. At the bottom here you have the Aukey logo embossed in the leather here. Open it up. Inside you have the case. And then you have the keyboard that's detachable, and then you have a little user manual. So you have this clamshell design here. It looks like it's just soft plastic here. It's soft, and this is how it hooks the iPad Air. On this side you have this soft fabric. It's a kind of suede feeling. It's very soft on the inside. And here's the keyboard. You have a chiclet type of keys, and then you have your different iOS functionality up here. You have the on-off switch, and then the parent button here. And this is also made out of that synthetic leather. It's white also, and the bottom is empty. For the user manual, just a 4-hour brochure. Has a specification here. You have 45 days standby, 2-hour charging time, and it works for about 130 hours. Some product specification, product overview, some more installation instruction here, and that's basically about it. Let's go ahead and install an iPad in place. Like we got a magnet that cue the screen here. Let's push everything in place. See here, kind of a little tough to put it in. There we go. All the corners in place, and it's soft silicone, so it's going to hold in place now. And we can just close the case like this. And when you open it back up, the magnet resumes the sleep mode. What's strange about this is that when this is closed, it actually does not turn the screen off. The magnet's on this side, so actually it take a collapse like this, and when it closes, and now the screen is actually off. And you can see here, this is everything in place. You have the iPad, and then you have the keyboard case. What I did notice is that even though this thing is collapsed closed, you can actually shake this, and the keyboard will actually slip out. So it actually, even though there's a magnet, it doesn't really stay in place that well. So I turn on the Bluetooth keyboard here, and basically it shows up here on my iPad as the Aukey KM-B4. Let's connect to it. It will ask me to type in 1765 and then press enter, and that basically let you confirm the pairing process. And now when that is ready, I can just press home here, and that will take me home to the iPad. So it looks like the function keys are working. Well, let's see, we try the brightness control. Hold down the function button for brightness control, that's working. I also have volume up and down here, which will work. That's mute actually. Volume up and volume down, that's working. And let's go ahead and do some typing and see what this feels like. So this is definitely detachable. Just move it around. Let's start typing here. So the key type, just like a chiclet keyboard, small, it's compact. I do see some issues that I don't like under here because of the portable side key. The backspace keys are very small. I think to me this is one of the buttons I use probably quite often because I make a lot of mistakes while typing. So the back key here need to be, I think, a little bit bigger. They're very small as you can see, so you can easily miss that. The other thing is the arrow keys are kind of small, but I think that's not such a big deal. On an iPad you mostly will be typing some kind of document. You're not going to do anything crazy special, so that's good. Spacebar button is quite big, so that's nice, and you have a nice armrest area here. That's also very nice. The keys itself are pretty good. This keyboard itself is pretty good. It's ink search, even though it's an ink search, it has a decent flex and give, but without being feeling cheap. And the keys itself feel just like a chiclet keyboard. Decent travel distance, pretty short, but it's worked pretty well. You definitely get the feedback when typing on it, so it bounces back pretty good as you can see. Again, a closer shot of the key here kind of give you an idea the quality and the noise it makes. Up top here you have those function key, as you can see, but to access them basically you have to hold out this function button and you press them to change. The home key of course works fine, and you can see take my iPad back home now. As far as the case itself, this thing seems to have a nice rubber grip at the bottom here, so this will stay in basically a lot of different positions. And you see you have to push it pretty tough, but it's basically stay in place pretty well all the way up to this position here. So you can see here, works pretty well. I don't like this flap here really, because I think it just does this. You can see it stay up and it's kind of annoying. So if you put this keyboard over it, you will basically kind of force it down. But other than that, in general, if you don't use the keyboard, this is always in the way, and I don't really like this design. And this I think is a bit flimsy. As you can see here, it's very thin and it feels flimsy, and it moves around a lot. But when it's in place with the keyboard in place, it works okay. The other thing you want to pay attention to is when you close this guy, you don't want to put the key against your screen. You basically want to put the back against here. So basically the key goes down like this, or I usually just do this, just put it on top, and then you close it up like this and you fold it in, and that's the idea behind it. So overall, this case and keyboard combo is decent. I'm not a big fan of this really thin cover, because I feel like it's very flimsy and it moves around a lot. The other thing I don't like is this flap here. Even though it closes here and keep everything in place, when you have it open, it's kind of annoying in a way, unless you have the keyboard and using it all the time. And the keyboard itself is perfectly fine. It types really well and it feels really nice, gives you nice feedback. The only concern with the keyboard I don't like is the little backspace button, very small. And by the way, the lock button works, you can see, on and off. Other than that, battery lights works pretty good on it. Very simple to turn on. Just hold out this button, it will go blinking, and then you can pair it. And that's basically about it. It's moved around, and it does has a little piece of metal here, and it does kind of stay in place. So I hope you short little review help you in your purchase decision. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.